Hi and welcome to a Kirby Maths video all about solving simultaneous equations where one of the equations is quadratic. So we have got these two equations, y equals 2x minus 3 and x squared plus y squared equals 2. This top equation is a linear equation. The highest power of x is just a normal x, and this contains a quadratic term in x, which is the x squared. This is actually the equation of a circle, but we'll have a look at that a bit later on in the question. What we're going to do is we're going to substitute y squared for this y squared here. So before we do that, we've got y is equal to this, so we need to find out what y squared is. And you need to make sure that when you're squaring this from the linear equation, you do the bracket times itself rather than just squaring each term. So it will be 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3. And if we multiply that out, that will be 4x squared minus 6x minus another 6x. And then be careful because a minus times a minus is a plus, so that would be plus 9. And tidy that up, 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. We now have a value for y squared in terms of x, and it doesn't involve any y's at all. So we can do a direct substitution between this y squared and this y squared. We're going to put this instead of y squared in the quadratic, one of the simultaneous equations. So we've got the x squared on its own first of all, and then we're going to add y squared, but it's this value of y squared. So 4x squared minus 12x plus 9, and that is equal to 2. We are then going to tidy this up and collect things together that can be collected together. So here we would have 5 lots of x squared minus 12x plus 9 is equal to 2. Oops, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself there. Is equal to 2. And then we need to rearrange this so that it equals 0 because we can then factorize. So rearrange to equal 0 so we can factorize, and that's what I did by accident just then. So to get this equal to 0, we take 2 from both sides, leaving us with 5x squared minus 12x. 9 take away 2 is positive 7, and that is now equal to 0. Now we need to factorize, and we are factorizing a quadratic where the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1. So we are looking for two numbers that add together to give negative 12 and times together. Remember, you have to times those two together to give 35. Those numbers are 5 and 7. 5 sevens are 35, and if they're both negative, 5 and 7 add to give negative 12 here, and they also times to give positive 35. So that's how we populate our brackets. So we have 5x minus 5 and 5x minus 7. And remember, when we're solving like this, we need to divide one of the brackets by the 5. So we have x minus 1 brackets 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. So either this bracket equals 0 or that bracket equals 0. If this one equals 0, we've got x minus 1 equals 0, which means x equals 1. And if this bracket equals 0, we've got 5x minus 7 equals 0, which means 5x equals 7, and 7 to both sides, which means x equals 7 over 5, or 1.4. We have not finished. We have got two values for x. We need to work out the corresponding two values for y. We need to therefore substitute each value of x into the linear equation. So I am going to sub x equals 1 into y equals 2x minus 3. So that's going to be 2 times 1 is 2, so 2 minus 3, so y is equal to minus 1. And here I'm going to substitute x equals 1.4 into y equals 2x minus 3. 2 lots of 1.4 is 2.8. Take away 3. Y is equal to minus 0.2. That's the second value. And these values are in pairs. So the x equals 1, y equals minus 1 goes together. And the x equals 1.4, y equals minus 0.2, they go together. And although you probably won't be asked for it, just for interest's sake, what they represent is where that line, the linear bit of the equation here, I can just get it all in one go, almost, the line, y equals 2x minus 3, intersects with this circle, x squared plus y squared equals 2. And if I just draw a circle, not a very good one, and we think about these 2 points, this first one, the coordinates, x equals 1, y equals minus 1, might be about here. And this one, x is a bit bigger, and y is a little bit closer to 0. 1.4 minus 0.2. And then if we drew the line, y equals 2x minus 3, it goes through minus 3 and has a gradient of 2, and those are the 2 coordinates of the point of intersection of the circle and the line. So that's what we have found out, but generally in an exam question, oh, the sun's just gone in, it's made it all dark there. Generally what we would be asked in an exam question would be, what are the coordinates that satisfy these 2 equations, and you would be given 2 spaces to write your x values and 2 spaces to write your y values. Okay, thanks for watching.